All right, we're back, guys. WBC, WBO Junior welterweight unification fight here on the Zone. Maurice Hooker, WBO champion versus Jose Ramirez. 50-50 fight, guys, on paper. This is anybody's fight. These are the type of fights, obviously, that we want to see in the division. It's great to be able to see Maurice Hooker, who is a DAZN fighter, fight Jose Ramirez, who's a top-ranked fighter. So as Terrence Crawford said, who was just interviewed about 15 minutes ago, he basically said when asked about all the guys across the street at welterweight from the PBC, he interrupted and said there is no across the street. He said there is no across the street. And this fight right here tonight is a prime example of just that. So as we wait for both fighters to get in the ring, obviously this is a great matchup. As I said, we got Maurice Hooker, who's the guy who can box primarily from the outside, versus Jose Ramirez, who's a guy who's going to get right in your chest, and he's going to try and make it an inside battle. So we got basically a boxer versus a grinder, or a real rugged, tough inside fighter who does have skill as well. He can crank that left hook, shorten it up on the inside, and he's really accurate with it. And also, he's a great body puncher. So it's going to be a battle of the outside versus the inside here. It's almost like a Joe Frazier, Muhammad Ali type battle tonight. I'm going to go with Maurice Hooker tonight. I think he'll be able to use movement, and he'll be able to do well from the outside and pot shot. And I think he can nullify Jose Ramirez and keep him at the end of those long, sharp shots from the outside. He'll be able to pot shot from the outside. I think he's a little bit better counter puncher. Well, not a little bit better. I think he's a better counter puncher than Ramirez, and that's going to be the difference here in this fight, I think. But both guys can fight. Both guys are dangerous, and this is anybody's fight. But I'm going to favor Maurice Hooker tonight as we wait for both guys to enter the ring. What's going on, everybody? In the chat? No problem, Devious 615. Anytime, man. I'm here for you guys, like I said. Ramirez is going to enter the ring first here. And again, we have to also keep in mind that, this is a Matchroom USA promoted card, and we do have Ramirez as the Matchroom USA fighter. We have to also keep in mind promoted. This is a Matchroom. Hold on for 1 second. USA. There we go. Yeah, so we do have Maurice Hooker as the Matchroom USA fighter versus Ramirez, who is not the house fighter here. His promoter is not the house promoter here. So in a fight this close, will the house promoter get the edge here? I know we don't like to talk about this, and already I know I'm planting the seed for controversy, but let's see how this fight gets scored. Let's see if Maurice Hooker gets the benefit of the doubt, because he is the house fighter here with the house promoter in the close rounds. Let's see if he gets the benefit of the doubt. As Jose Ramirez is in the ring right now. Now we're waiting for Maurice Hooker to get in there. Pretty good build-up for this fight, I have to say. It's a shame that the Zone doesn't do advertising on regular TV, because what Fox does very well with PBC, and particularly that last pay-per-view, is they had commercials on every Fox sports event, sports show. They had an advertisement, and they had promotion round the clock. But for this, the Zone, I think, needs to really work on doing better with their advertisement, particularly for fights like this, because this is a great fight. And guys like you and I know about this fight because we're diehard fans, but this would be a great fight for the casual fan to watch. But it wasn't really sold and put out there to the casual fans. So they got to do a better job with promoting an advertisement here with the fighters here on the Zone. They got to do a better job with it. So Maurice Hooker is on the ring apron right now as he's making his way into the ring. Maurice Hooker, the WBO champion, getting ready to square off with Jose Ramirez, the WBC junior welterweight champion. Maurice Hooker's got a lollipop in his mouth here. Reminds me of Julio Cesar Chavez back in the day. He always had that either a lollipop or a piece of candy in his mouth before the fight. Wonder what that's all about, but we'll see. What do you guys got? I got Hooker tonight. What do you guys got? And as always, we're going to be scoring the fight live, round by round here. Let's see how our scorecard, or at least my scorecard, matches up against the judges. See if the judges get it right. Or let's see if I get it right. Pretty solid card tonight as well. Jeff Aston says he bet Hooker at a plus 135. That's a good bet. Anytime you can get odds on someone in a 50-50 fight, it's always good. It's a good thing. We got Noah Jolly says he thinks Ramirez will take it. So even in the chat, it's pretty close, 50-50 down the middle here on who's going to win. I never heard of these three judges, so that's another red flag right here. Mark Nelson's a good referee. I've seen him before in action. So we got three judges I never heard of, and we're in Texas. And once again, I hate to put a shadow of a doubt on this, put a cloud of negativity on this, but Texas, in my opinion, hasn't always been the greatest boxing commission out there. We've seen a lot of bad decisions in Texas. Let's make sure, hopefully, that this is not one. Eddie Hearn in the ring right now. He's got a Maurice Hooker headband on. You tell he's down for his fighter, huh? As Michael Buffer is getting ready to introduce Maurice Hooker. So it's funny. Ramirez entered the ring first, but Maurice Hooker is being introduced first. So Maurice Hooker undefeated at 26-0 with 17 knockouts. Michael Buffer announces him. I don't know, Jeff. Depends. I don't remember Hooker getting a bad decision, but talking about when he fought Flanagan, I thought he won the fight. I scored it for him, so I don't know if you want to consider that a robbery. It was a close fight, though. Jose Ramirez, 24-0 with 16 knockouts. So these guys are very close and comparable here in the record department. Very similar experience. As Ramirez is just introduced now. Now we're waiting for the opening bell here. The great matchup, guys. And we got, later in the year, we got Regis Prograis versus Josh Kelly. Another great junior welterweight showdown. Hopefully the winner of that can fight the winner of this. That would be awesome if that happened. Both guys are in their prime here. This fight is happening exactly when it's supposed to. So no excuses. Referee's got them both in the center of the ring giving instructions right now as we wait for the opening bell, guys. Yeah, I like Prograis too, Jeff. That's right. Taylor versus Prograis is going to be crazy, man. Where is that fight going to be, low blow champ? Do you know? All right, we're getting ready for round one. Here we go. Maurice Hooker is starting to probe with his jab a little bit here. Already trying to establish the distance as Ramirez is coming forward, bobbing and weaving, moving side to side. Oh, left lands a left hook, kind of. I don't know if that landed. It looked like it did. Kind of pushed Hooker back a little bit. I have to see the replay to see if that landed flush or if that was just a balance shot there. Hooker's still throwing that jab out there. He's looking to establish the distance right now as Ramirez comes forward. Ramirez is at a big reach or big 7.5-inch reach disadvantage here, with a much taller and longer Hooker. Oh, Hooker just lands a nice right hand, and then Ramirez comes back. I have to see that he got knocked down here. It looked like a slip. It looked like a slip. I don't know if that was a punch landed. Was that a right hand that got there? It looked like Ramirez stepped on Hooker's foot. But they're scoring that a knockdown. I don't think that was a clean knockdown. I think the feet got tangled up there. Looked like a right hand from Ramirez, I think, but didn't really land. Kind of grazed the shoulder a little bit. Happened so fast, I couldn't really see it. I'm going to have to look at the replay on that one. And Sergio Mora said that he saw Ramirez step on Hooker's foot. So that could be a bad call. Already controversy right off the bat, guys. I don't think that was a knockdown. I have to see the replay. Oh, Ramirez landed a nice left hook here. He's getting there. He's closing the distance here. He's starting to get past that jab, getting low, getting up underneath that jab. But Hooker's not giving up on that jab. He's snapping it out there. Oh, Hooker just landed a nice short, crisp right hand off that jab. Ramirez walked right into it. He looks relaxed in it. He doesn't look rattled at all. Doesn't look discombobulated from that knockdown. Hooker's really keeping his distance here now. He's gauging the distance well as Ramirez tries to come forward. Ramirez just landed a nice sharp jab on Hooker. Couldn't follow up though. Ramirez is looking to really wind up with that left hook. He's loading up with it. I'm gonna have to say that looked to me like a bad call in real time. Let's see the replay here. Yep, you can see Ramirez's left foot. Oh, no punch landed. No punch landed there, guys. I guess the referee thought it was a left hand that knocked him down. He threw out a jab and then he stepped on Hooker's foot. That's a bad call. That was not a knockdown. Now, in the referee's defense, he's probably looking at the head and shoulders and he can't really see that, but maybe he was far enough away where he could see that. That was a bad call, guys. That was very unfortunate. On a very even round there, you could argue that maybe Hooker edged it with the jab, but it was a very close competitive round, and it's a shame to see something like that happen where Ramirez steps on Hooker's foot and gets awarded with a knockdown. So right off the bat, we have a bad call and a little bit of controversy right then and there. That was not a knockdown, in my opinion. Yeah, and Chris Mannix said the same thing I said. He had Hooker winning the round, but the knockdowns switched it for him. So almost want to score that 10-9 for Ramirez, but I'm going to score it 10-8 for Ramirez to be consistent because I usually give 10-8 rounds and knockdown rounds. Hooker seems very poised here. Seems very poised. Ramirez is doing pretty good with his jab. Just landed a nice little snappy jab to Hooker's top of Hooker's head there. Hooker comes back with a right hand as Ramirez comes forward. Ramirez slaps his gloves together. He's getting a little frustrated. He wants to exchange here, but Hooker obviously is not that type of fighter. He's going to be the counter puncher, and he's going to lay back, and he's going to try to pot shot from the outside, which he's doing right now, trying to anyways. But he's going to have to deal. Oh, nice little short left hook by Hooker. Oh, right hand as well. Beautiful. Beautiful by Hooker. Hooker's doing some great. Oh, and Ramirez comes back with his right hand. Wow, nice ebb and flow to this fight, guys. This is a nice fight right now, guys. Smooth back and forth action right from the. Oh, Ramirez digs a nice left hook to the body, but Hooker comes back with two jabs to the head. Wow, Ramirez is finding his way inside here. He's got Hooker up against the ropes. Coming with a left hook, right hands, but they're not really landing. Hooker's covering up well here, but again, he's on the defensive. He doesn't want to stay on the ropes here because this is where Ramirez wants him. This is where Ramirez can tee off on the body right here. Hooker's got to fight his way off those ropes. Oh, Ramirez, another right hand, left hook. These shots aren't landing really flush, but they're still scoring. Hooker's trying to fight off the ropes here. Ramirez is loading up with a double hook. Another left hook to the head. Partially blocked, but partially getting through. And Ramirez goes right back downstairs with the right hand to the body as well. And Hooker is still on the ropes as Ramirez comes forth with a two-fisted attack. Oh, another left hook by Ramirez. And he's finding home for that left hand. I don't think Hooker wants to take too many of those. Ramirez is really cranking that left hook. Oh, right hand to the top. These shots are landing. And the pressure of Ramirez seems to be very successful against Hooker right now. That was a clear Ramirez round. And Hooker finds himself already in a three-point hole. He's got to do something here or he's gonna end up losing this fight. I wonder if that, the psychological effect of being behind because of that knockdown in the first round, if that flustered him and frustrated him, and now does he have a sense of urgency? Will he not fight his normal fight here and lay back and fight on the outside, be the counterpuncher and pot shot? Will he now take more chances to try to make up some ground here on the scorecards? We'll see how this plays out, guys, because it looked like he was trying to get into basically a phone booth exchange type battle in that second round, so he could land some power shots. But was that the right strategy? This is how one punch or one incident can really change the course of a fight psychologically for a fighter. And I think that knockdown could have done just that. In the case of Maurice Hooker here. Ramirez keeps coming forward, moving his head side to side, getting low, making himself a compact target, which the shorter fighter is supposed to do. But Hooker keeps probing with that jab. He keeps snapping that jab out there. Ramirez keeps coming forward with his jab as well. And having some good success with the hook. Landed just a nice little short uppercut on the inside. None of these punches are earth-shattering, but once again, guys, these are scoring blows. And I'm sure the judges are looking at that. Ramirez is coming in at an angle now. He's stepping to the side here. He's not coming straight forward. He's trying to give Hooker a different look here. Trying to sneak his way past that jab, coming in on a side angle. And Hooker is just coming forward, constantly moving his upper body. Not giving Hooker his head in the center line here, keeping his head off center line as he moves forward. Hooker just lands a nice little left hook of his own, partially blocked, but partially got through. Hooker's content now, trying to work this fight from the outside with the jab. Ramirez comes in, steps in with a jab, and then there's a nice little short uppercut there. Ramirez is throwing some real sharp combinations with that left hand. Jab, left hook, left uppercut. Hooker, nice two chopping right hands. Oh, a left hook on a body shot. Looked like he buzzed Ramirez a little bit there. Backs him up. Nice series of punches right there for Hooker. Got Ramirez's attention. He's got to get his respect. He's got to hurt him a little bit here to prevent that forward momentum that Ramirez is using here. Keep coming forward. Oh, Ramirez lands a right hand. And now he goes right back to the body, and Hooker finds himself back up against the ropes again, guys. Oh, Hooker, another nice little sneaky right hand, gets through a left hook. Beautiful left hook by Hooker. He's starting to land some leather now here, guys. Another right hand. Hooker's starting to find his range now with these punches. Oh, Hooker, and Ramirez comes right back with his own right hand. Wow, this is a close fight here, and they're punching after the bell. That was a close round, very close round right there, guys. I'm going to edge that round to Hooker. Santos Ramo, thank you so much. He says, thanks for the live commentary. I'm at work and I can't watch this fight. That was one of those rounds that could have gone either way. I'm going to edge that round to Hooker. I thought he landed some more of the cleaner blows in that round, but that's not to say that Ramirez didn't do some good work in that round as well. Very close round, could have gone either way. That's a round that you could put an asterisk next to saying could have gone either way. I'm going to edge that round to Hooker, though. Thought he landed the cleaner left hook and right hands in that fight, in that round, excuse me. Joe Lopez is a very good fight so far. Very entertaining. That was a nice right hand by Hooker in that round. They're just showing the replay right now. And Hooker actually went to the body that round, too. He's got to do something to stop this forward momentum of Ramirez, or he's going to be put under pressure all night. And the thing about Ramirez is he could do this from rounds 1 through 12. He doesn't fade late in fights. He can fight at this fast pace all night. He's showing us that. Hooker's still trying to probe from the outside with his jab. Keeping his distance here. Trying to measure Ramirez. Trying to time him coming in with the right hand. Double jab from Hooker. That's what you got to do. That's how you got to keep the fighter on the outside. You got to double and triple up that jab. You can't just throw one jab at a time. Oh, beautiful right hand by Hooker. Nice and clean and crisp. Ramirez is taking these shots well, but I don't know. If he continues to land clean and flush like that, what type of effect that these punches are going to have later on, if they're going to have a cumulative effect. Hooker is measuring Ramirez beautifully with that right hand counter as Ramirez just walks right into it. Ramirez tries to step in with the jab, and Hooker catches him with the right hand as he moves forward. Nice little combination there by Ramirez, going to the hook with the body. Hook to the head, hook to the body. And his jab is pretty sharp right now, too. Just landed a nice sharp jab to Hooker's head. Once again, now he's starting to find a home for his jab. His jab is a real piston-like step-forward type jab. It's like a Mike Tyson jab here by Ramirez. Another left hook by Hooker. Excuse me, right hand by Hooker. That grazed the top of the head of Ramirez. And Hooker's got a beautiful way of camouflaging that right hand. He throws a real sneaky right hand that's really hard for Ramirez to see it. It's almost like a blind punch. Very close competitive round here. Hooker, nice little jab. But Hooker's the ring general here. He seems to be able to keep Ramirez on the outside in this round. Oh, nice little right hand by Hooker, followed with a left hook. Beautiful combination. Oh, another left hook. It's a nice round for Hooker again. Had some success with that jab in the right hand and the left hook behind it. I'm going to have to say Hooker won that round as well, but once again, competitive. Now Ramirez seems to be coming forward, but he's actually starting to walk into some shots here. I think Hooker's starting to get his rhythm a little bit here. I got Ramirez up right now, 38-37. And it's unfortunate because if it wasn't for that bad call with the knockdown, I would probably have Hooker up 38-37. But once again, I told you, crazy things happen in the state of Texas when it comes to boxing. I don't want to keep belaboring the point, but it's unfortunate. Yes, Ramirez is winning the fight so far. I have him up by a point. I don't know how the judges have it. They could have it they could have it wider. I don't know. Like I said, that second round could have gone either way, in my opinion, but I did give it to Hooker. Now we're in round 5 here. Let's see if Ramirez can make the adjustments. And interesting. Chris Mannix scored the first round for Ramirez, but he did not score it a 2-point round. I wonder if I don't think any of the judges scored that first round 10-9. I'll be surprised if they did. But interestingly enough, Chris Mannix in that first round where Hooker got knocked down and Ramirez got awarded a knockdown in that round, he scored it 10-9 for Ramirez instead of 10-8. Wow, look at Hooker with the left hook again, and also with a nice uppercut. Come back with double jab here. Hooker's doing some good work here. Ramirez still trying to come forward. Oh, nice left hook by Ramirez. That got Hooker's attention. Took it well, though. Oh, right hand, left hook. And right back to the body by Ramirez. Now he's trying to land the body shots here. He's got Hooker up against the ropes again, and Hooker spins out. Wow. Ramirez is starting to push Hooker back in this round. Beautiful body shot. Left hook by Ramirez. Comes back up with the left hook. And Hooker is not answering back here. He's just trying to catch everything. He's trying to play defense here. Is that the smart thing to do? I don't know. He's got to spin himself out of this off the ropes, though. He's got to spin himself off the ropes. This is not where he wants to be, guys. This is not his fight. Oh, another nice left hook by Ramirez. Beautiful shot. He's cranking up that left hook with some bad intentions, folks. Got him back up against the ropes again. Oh, nice left hook by Hooker. Comes back with a right hand. Another right hand. Another body shot by Hooker. Left hook to the body. Another left hook to the body by Hooker. Another left hook by Hooker. Comes back with the right hand. Now he's fighting back here. He's having his moment. Oh, beautiful right hand by Hooker. Wow, that's a tough one. But Ramirez pushes Hooker back. But Hooker's trying to create space here. He's trying to keep himself. Oh, beautiful left hook by Hooker. Another left hook. Wow, snaps Ramirez's head back. That's a beauty. But Ramirez comes right back, but doesn't land flush here. And he lands a left hook that got Hooker's attention. What a beautiful fight this is, guys. Wow. Wow, this is beautiful. Great exchange here. Very, very, very close round here. Wow. That's a tough one. I think I'm going to edge that one to Hooker. That's a very close round. I'm going to give that to Hooker. I thought those two left hooks snapped Ramirez's head back. They looked like they did a little bit more damage than Ramirez's shots. But that's another one that could have gone either way, guys. I'm going to give that to Hooker, though. I thought he landed the more telling blows in that round. And one thing about Ramirez now is he's coming forward. He's not moving his head as much. He's not bobbing and weaving as much. He's keeping his head right in the center line here. A lot of these shots that Ramirez is throwing, they're scoring blows, but they're partially blocked. But again, you got to give him credit for those because Hooker's just standing there playing defense. And even though they're not landing flush, Hooker's not doing anything when he's on the ropes like that. And he's got to do something. That round could have gone either way. But I gave that to Hooker. But I could definitely see the judges giving. Chris Mannix gave it to Ramirez, which is understandable. I have no problem with that. Round 6 here at the midway point. So far, it's been a beautiful fight. Oh, left hook by Ramirez. Threw the right hand as a throwaway punch, and it came back with that snappy left hook. That left hook has been on point tonight for Ramirez. We got to acknowledge that. That's been a beautiful punch for Ramirez all night. And his body shots as well. The left hook to the head and the body. He's been doubling and tripling up the combinations with that left hand. Very hard to do that, throw a 3-punch combination from one side with the left hand like that. And he's doing it effortlessly and fluidly. Nice body shot by Ramirez with the left hand. As I say, the great job he's doing with the left hand, once again, shows me that he's doing a great job with the left hand. Right on cue. Oh, beautiful left hook by Raul. He hurt him. Oh, they stopped it. Oh, my God, that happened so fast. Started with a left hook to Hooker's head, came back with a right hand, and came back with 2 left hooks and pushed Hooker up against the ropes, and he was out of it. He was defenseless. What a beautiful, beautiful ending to a great fight. You could argue maybe the fight was stopped a tad bit prematurely, but I don't think so. It looked like Hooker's eyes were glazed. It looked like he was out of it there for a little bit. I don't have any problem with that stoppage. What a beautiful ending. That was a beautiful ending right there. What a beautiful fight. That was a beautiful fight, guys. And this is classy. This is classy. Ramirez went back, and they're hugging each other, and he lifted up Maurice Hooker's arms, and they both walked around the ring with their arms raised, hand in hand. This is a show of class, guys. You love to see this in the sport of boxing. They know each guy knows that this was a great fight, and they were in a great fight together. Mutual respect before and after the fight, guys, here. Oh, this is so sad. Maurice Hooker's family, his kids are crying right now. This is why it's tough sometimes to bring the family ringside. That was a beautiful fight. That was a beautiful fight. Eddie Hearn now is talking to Ramirez, saying that was a beautiful fight. This is a show of class. This is what you like to see, guys. Richard Salvo says, I knew Ramirez was going to win. Again, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I asked everybody in the chat who was going to win. And I did not see you say that Ramirez was going to win, Richard Salvo. So once again, you got to say it before the fight. Don't say it after the fight. You didn't say it before the fight when I asked in the chat. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but we don't like Monday morning quarterbacks here on Ringside Reporter. Oh yeah, that was a good stoppage. Now let's look at that replay. His head was flying all over the place. It all started with a huge left hook. Watch this now. Power jab, knocks him back on his heels, comes right back with the left hook. Then the right hand, another left hook, right hand, left hook, right hand, left hook. Oh, yeah, right hand. Yeah, that was a beautiful stoppage. There was like maybe 7 or 8 unanswered punches there. And it all started with the jab. And right off that jab, what does he do? Short, sharp, beautiful left hook. I've never seen a fighter in recent years like this hook so beautifully off a jab. So fluidly, so effortlessly, so explosively. That's awesome. Joe Lopez says, good stoppage. Hooker's head looked like a bobblehead. You're 100% right. You're 100% right. That was a beautiful. That was a good stoppage. That was horrible. Horrible seeing the kids at ringside cry like that. I don't like to see that. What a performance, though. What a performance by Jose Ramirez. What a performance. That was a beautiful, beautiful performance. Let's see if Ramirez, now again, Bob Arum had no problem putting one of his fighters on DAZN, which was fine. So let's see if he can come back here and fight Regis Prograis or Josh Kelly, the winner of that fight. Beautiful performance by Jose Ramirez. Beautiful performance. Sorry, look what Richard Salvo. Sorry, I said it on a different channel, but I didn't want to mention the channel. But I'm not mad. I get your point though. You can mention the channel. I already know who the channel is that you're talking about. Don't worry about it. We're not petty over here. But you were in the chat when I asked everybody who they were picking, and you should have just came clean. That's all. You were in the chat when I asked, and you didn't answer me. Hooker was landing a lot of punches in this fight, though. Hooker was definitely in this fight. Benji says, what a fight. This is why fights need to happen sooner, not later. Exact 100%, Benji. 100%, I agree with you. And you could see as the fight was going on, Ramirez was starting to really, build up a head of steam here. He was getting stronger as the fight went on. It's not to say Hooker was fading, but it's just that Ramirez was getting better and better with each round. He wasn't getting discouraged at all. Ramirez is being interviewed right now. Let's see what he says. Let's see if he calls out the winner of Prograis Kelly. He's happy about getting the opportunity. This was a great fight, guys. He says he's on the right track to proving himself as a better fighter. This is one step in the right direction, he said. Ramirez saying he was very confident going into the fight. He's very happy. He says very blessed. Wow, he said he's very humble too. This is what a champion's supposed to be like, guys. This is a great champion. You can't be mad about this, guys. Whether you're a Ramirez fan or a Hooker fan, you got to be happy that we got a great fight. You got to be happy we got a great fight. And this wasn't a case of Maurice Hooker fighting the wrong fight. He was just in there with a guy who was trying to disrupt everything that he did. He knew that Hooker was trying to create space here, but he knew that he had to take it away from him. And right from the opening bell, that's what he tried to do. No, that was a good stoppage, Earthquake. It was a beautiful stoppage. I had the fight even up until the time of the stoppage. I had it 3-2 for Hooker on my card. That's right. That's right. Earthquake. That's how I had it on my card. Ramirez won. Clemente won by knockout. 7th round stoppage. Beautiful job closing the distance too. And he finished him like a champ there. What a beautiful finish that was. Wow. Josh Taylor. I said Josh Kelly earlier. I'm sorry. They asked him if he wants the winner. He said, I sign up to fight the best fighters. And Ramirez said he wants to get all the titles. So he wants the Pro Grays Josh Taylor winner. So he wants to have one more fight in before the year ends, and then he wants to get the winner of that fight. He wants to get the winner of that fight. Now they're interviewing Maurice Hooker. Oh, Ramirez admitted that wasn't a knockdown in the first round. And they got Pro Grays in the ring too right now. Ramirez, another show of class. Ramirez admitted that wasn't a knockdown in the first round. He admitted it. What a classy guy. He said he lost focus for a quick second with his jab. And then that's what happens when you lose focus, he says. Now he's saying he's going to move up. Hooker's talking about moving to 147. He's definitely got the frame for it. All right, guys. We had a great fight. So we got to look forward to Pro Grays versus Josh Taylor, and hopefully we can get the winner of that fight versus the winner of this fight. I think it would be a beautiful fight. Oh, the girl that used to work at HBO. Oh, wow, she works for DAZN now. She's sitting there hugging and kissing Bob Arum in the ring. Wow. Yeah, I think Pro Grays is the best at 142. I think but again, after this performance, I can't count Ramirez out, man. That's a tough fight. All right, guys, another great fight we got, guys. Is DAZN is having an awesome second half of the year here. We cannot complain if we're DAZN subscribers. I know we had some questions early on in the beginning of the year, but we've been getting some great cards here. These have been some great shows, especially these tournaments that they've been showing as well. And then we're going to be getting hopefully we're going to be getting Joshua Ruiz too by the end of the year on DAZN. So that's all I got for you guys tonight. Thank you guys for joining me in the chat. Thank you for the super chats. Remember, those super chats are very appreciated, and they're welcome. If anyone wants to drop some super chats in here, like I said, we're continuing to try to improve the show. So any super chats that you guys can give, even $1 helps. Make sure you check us out tomorrow, Ringside Reporter Podcast. We will be doing our regular Sunday weekly show at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Eric will be back with myself. And a lot of great news, a lot of things we got to talk about. Big news, big crazy week of boxing that we had. So make sure you check us out tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And until next time, thank you once again. Beeb is out, and talk to you all soon. Have a great night, guys. Peace.